talented forward players who feel that they maybe have a little bit of a right to walk a little bit and maybe not work. I'm just looking over in your direction. but feel they maybe, listen, I do the other stuff at the top end of the pitch and I get you the goals. Few of you can run a bit extra for me. These guys don't live like that. They don't play like that. They just say, you know what? All of us are going to work as hard as we can for each other, leave everything out on that pitch, and we've got the quality then to then go and win games when we need to.
Yeah, because if you're tired, you can bring on Barcola.
Yeah.
You know, and you can just change it.
Zaire Emery, he's not bad either, is he?
Oh, mate.
That's a brilliant bench. PSG fans, Thierry, the players back out here, perhaps to do another lap and just to take it all in, and they will have a lot to take in. What does it feel like initially after you win the Champions League and these moments when perhaps the stadium begins to empty and you can kind of let it all settle in?
Yeah, after the initial lifting of the trophy and that feeling that you get is just like, you can't describe it, I've got to be honest with you, it's hard to put that into words, but it is an accumulation of all the hard work. You start thinking about the journey to get to this point, the ups, the downs, the family members, the friends, your network of people that have helped you propel you to this moment as well, and then you start looking for those people as well, even in the stands, and seeing where they are, and I think you have them a little moment on the pitch or at the bottom of the stairs, wherever it is, just to go, you know what, you're thankful. But obviously there's been a lot of work that's gone into getting there.
Yeah, I think for me, the family and the friends have got to be a little bit patient, you know. Obviously, they're the most important people in the big picture, I get all that, but give the players the moment, let them celebrate with each other first and foremost, let them, let it settle in, the pride, the emotion, the satisfaction, the joy. You've got to give the players and the staff the moment first, then you bring your family and your friends in, you share it with them. But tonight it was the other way around.
Yeah.
The family and the friends wanted to be on before the players could get the selfies and the pictures.
What did you all say to each other in the dressing room? Can you remember?
I just remember talking how tired I was, every single body, cramp all over the place. But just, it was all worth it. It was all worth it because the buzz, you feel on top of the world. You're on this wave of emotion, and to share it with your teammates, and the staff that put all the hard work in. I mean, what a place to be.
What was it like for you?
Yeah, it's true. Actually, the staff as well. Everybody's putting in so much work. You're like a big family. You spend more time with your teammates than you do with your family. And I think a moment like this, when you can win, connects everybody. Lasts forever. So when you go and see these people, in 5 or 10 or 20 years, a moment like this connects you forever, which is amazing.
Let's go back through the goals and just remind ourselves of exactly how this happened. It was an early goal for PSG, Rio, which really started off the landslide.
Yeah, this feels like ages ago, but I mean, yes, it's a very good ball out there to the left-hand side, and it's, again, direct, assertive football.
This pass from Vitinha right through the heart of the defence, Rio.
That pass there, straight foot pass, forward pass, but then the
receiving on the back foot. I mean,
how calm.
But you know what, even to make that run as a 19-year-old boy, he recognised that Cherby's out of position, runs him behind.
And again, Pacho chasing lost cause. We spoke about the no ego in the team. And in this position, any defender would be worried. Look at Cherby, scared to get tight, the passive. Çalhanoğlu tries to help him, but it was the decision-making in the final third that there was the different side.
I thought they did that well. I thought they switched the play really well, went from one side to the other. And in the big moments, they were just decisive. I mean, this kid, wow, I mean, what?
That was the only bit of luck they had all night that they needed. Do you know what I mean? It's just a decision-making, like you say. They all played the right pass at the right occasion. That none of them was trying to be the super example of that. He's obviously going for the Ballon d'Or tonight. He could have been selfish and tried to do things on his own. He played what the game presented, and that's a sign of a really, really mature player.
From a defensive point of view, though, DeMarco, you cannot turn your back at this level. Young defenders watching the game, you've got to be brave in that moment. This is the moment when the rest of the team need you to stand up and be brave, and unfortunately he was very weak.
Dubé as well, man of the match performance. The first player in a Champions League final to have 3 goal involvements. His 2 goals and an assist, he was exceptional.
This was the best goal for me. Vitinha running through the heart of the midfield, the ball from Dembele, the awareness for do it to P-Lock, and the finish just passes it into the goal. I mean, that goal, I love this. I absolutely love this. Ruiz gets away, Vitinha runs through, little set. Dembele, you guys made a great point in commentary. Dembele's movement killed Inter.
Yeah, all the time coming away from the defenders. That was one of my big question marks about Inter. How would they deal with one striker who's going to come away from the defenders? They have 3 defenders. That's almost playing like 1 or 2 men down elsewhere in the pitch. They never got to grips with it.
At this stage of the game, the towel was ready to go in. I mean, they were passive all over the pitch. Vitinha, the smallest man on the pitch, he runs through the whole team. We were speaking how good they were defensively and how organised they were. Tonight they wasn't.
Let's have a look at Kvaratskhelia goal as well. He joined in January, settled in very, very quickly and scores in a Champions League final.
Oh, he's such a beautiful player. I mean, on the ball he's amazing, but he's tracking back. But again, look at Stevie makes a great point. The spaces that opened up, look at that. I mean, it's just far too easy. Beat Sommer at his near post, but the awareness and the willingness to run in behind, even so late in the game, I just saw.
They're ruthless. They pass forward, and they pass forward with spite. They never look for safe passes. They're a team that are brilliant at breaking lines with passing and running. They've got great vision. This kid can do everything. He can score with his left foot, his right foot. He can assist with his left foot, right foot. He's great in 1v1s. They've got so much variety from an attacking point of view.
Do you know what I love about them is that there's sometimes teams have possession of the ball and they can dominate a game and they let you off the hook. This team, they've got a bunch of killers in there that want to affect the game and impact the game and have devilment in everything that they do. Like with running, with and without the ball, they're passing, and again, the cutting edge of it, finishing. They're I keep saying it, but if you're a team and you're sitting at home on your sofa watching that, I'd probably have turned off after 30 minutes and just said, I can't watch too much of this. It could scare me.
Every manager will be taking notes from that and going, yeah, we're going to in possession, out of possession, second balls. Every phase was a masterclass.
I love how Luis Enrique held it together as well until that point, and then he thought, I'm just going to have a little rundown. This is pretty much it, because we kind of thought perhaps it was done earlier on, but 4-0 he waited for.
Yeah, well, I think he knew a 3-0. I think you could see by his reaction he knew it was done at 3-0. But what happened was Doué got a yellow card. And I think any other manager might have been sentimental. Should we keep him on for his hat-trick? He was ruthless as a coach. Get him off, because the only way Inter Milan could have maybe come back into the team whereas if they went to 10 men. So it was a real big learning curve for me as a young coach, looking at how ruthless he was getting Doué off the pitch on that yellow card.
That's a good point.
Speaking of youngsters, I mean, Maulu, 19 years of age, coming off the bench and scoring to make it 5-0 in a Champions League final.
So many cool moments in this game, but this might have been one of the best. His reaction to scoring and his teammates' reaction to him scoring is literally one of the best parts. Everybody just goes mad. He can't believe it. His teammates can't believe it.
This is the dream, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a young boy, Champions League final, you come on, you get your chance, your moments in front of the Paris fans, bang.
And look at that celebration. We'll show you in just a second's time, because you're right in front of the PSG fans, and that little run there that he makes. Oh my God, what a moment. And you say, like, oh, and the team.
Also, to win and bring young kids in from your academy I think is the stuff of dreams for any football club. We've seen all these superstars come, but when you've got young kids that are coming in, and Paris is probably one of the best hotbeds of talent in Europe, if not the world, of players we've seen come through from that part of the world. And I think they've got a conveyor belt of them coming through now, as we've seen in the squad.
Do you think that was a signal from Enrique?
Yes.
Just like this is the new PSG.
Yep, 100%.
Look at this as well. If you can see on your screen there, 2 of the youngest 5 Champions League scorers in finals have reached in here tonight. So 2 of them have made that list. No one's beaten Patrick Kluivert, 18 years of age, 327 days. But wow, it's a sign for the future, isn't it?
Very much so. I mean, the potential in this squad is a scary thought. But the difference now with this PSG team is they're coming in under a manager that believes in them, will play them, is not frightened. He'll put them in, and there's no ego in the team. They've got the likes of Marquinhos, the goal experience in the team, but they're helping these young players to blossom, to evolve, and to become better players. Some of them are already world class.
Will it be now controlling so they don't become egos?
Listen, I think when you're successful, I think that's a big controller of the environment as well. But you need certain people within that dressing room, and Kimpembe hasn't played any minutes, but he's a leader. Yeah. He's been there a long time. Marquinhos, obviously, the captain. Donnarumma's he's done magnificent things and wonderful things in his career, but the focal point and the main person is the manager. Yeah. His energy, the way he sets his mindset and sets his team up that's the thing that is the signal and filters down to all the others, and they feed off that.
The team, it's a very good team. The result, it's not by magic. We are a very good team, and we are very, very happy that we did it like this, and now we're going to celebrate.
Going in the last few years, imagine a moment for an 18-year-old to do that.
Yeah, and I said in commentary, I think that signifies where the club is now, the change. We spoke about before, the big superstars that they've had, and it's never really worked for them. This is a team that's in tune with working hard and being aggressive with and without the ball. And every single player that comes into that change room now knows what the level is and what's expected of each and every individual. There's no superstars.
What about the way they celebrated with the kid, 18 years old? As a team, that is amazing. That's what it's about.
But even a 3-0, a 4-0, a 5-0, they didn't change. They're still pressing all over the pitch. They're still putting the hard work in, and they got the rewards. This was a total maul, and I've never seen one in a Champions League final.
And that work ethic, Stevie, is that from the manager? Is that from Luis Enrique? Not just wants them to play as a team, but also wants them to keep going, keep that intensity up.
100%. Listen, I mean, from the top, they've been brave, they've recruited well, they've gave the manager the tools and the right players, but he has to have the credit for gelling it together, taking all the ego out the dressing room, believing in the players, because they're still very young. but the manager's had the bravery to back them. He's been very bold, and he's been rewarded tonight with an incredible performance.
You've all done it. You've all won the Champions League, so you know what it does to a player. What's it going to do to this group of players, Owen?
I mean, they're young. The guys mentioned the youngest team in the competition. They're only going to get better. They can add one piece to the puzzle to take them to the next level. But these guys are going to be the best team for a while. And once you get the first one, then I just think they're going to get more. They have to.
Well, this is the test for them, because now they're going to be the favourites. Now they're going to be spoken in the same breath as maybe your Liverpool's, your Real Madrid's when they're peaking. The big test is, can they back it up? Have they got the hunger to keep improving and keep pushing for more? Because it's certainly there for them.
Rio, you have said about this fan base all season how special they are and how brilliant they've made the atmospheres. This will mean the absolute world to them.
Yeah, and these fans will immortalise these players. This performance that makes them immortal. The way no one's ever done this. And again, they've had genuine superstars at this football club that haven't managed to achieve this. These guys have. Now these guys will walk around Paris for the rest of their lives above anybody who came here. They've had Ronaldinho, they've had Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Cavani, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. These are household names that are just iconic. Haven't achieved what these guys have achieved. But they're different now.
But you know what I think sums it up in a way is the fact that Dua, a 19-year-old boy, French.
Someone wins the Champions League every year, but very few conquer European football like Paris Saint-Germain did in Munich this evening, with the kind of performance that comes along only once in a while and tells you that the game is changing again. No one could live with this football, played at a speed and an intensity that felt new, least of all the 2025 Inter Milan, who had improbably battled their way this far. Luis Enrique has built the Qatari state PSG project into something remarkable. The Barcelona template of the previous 2 decades rebooted into something even faster and harder to play against. PSG had a precocious teenager in Desire Du who scored twice. In midfield Vitina ran the show, and yet that was only a part of it. European Cup finals, all finals, are not supposed to be this one-sided, and really PSG should have scored more. When the substitute Seni Mayulu rattled in the 5th, PSG broke the record for the biggest margin of victory in a final of the European Cup or Champions League. Only Real Madrid in 1960 scored more, with those 7 against Eintracht Frankfurt at Hampden Park. This was one for the ages, built on the scalding pace of the attack of Du, Ousmane Dembele and Khvicha Kvaratskhelia.